Okay, hey there, hello everybody. Welcome again to Hempology 101. Thank you very much for coming out, and especially for our contestants tonight. As many of you know, Hempology 101 has a long history in Victoria. We have done and are doing a whole bunch of different things to help educate the public about cannabis and prohibition. This September, I forget whether it's the 1st of September, but it's something like that. The first Wednesday in September, anyway, is our 15th anniversary. We're going to march from City Hall to the Parliament buildings. It starts at 7 o'clock as well. It's sort of one of the remains of what used to happen every week. But now we can't do it every week for a few reasons, but being here in the park every spring is really special to me, and I'm really glad to see so many of my old and new friends coming to enjoy Hempology and the things we have to offer. So I'll tell you about a whole bunch of things that the Society does, lectures at the university and all sorts of other stuff. But tonight we're here to play the first quarterfinal in our 6th tournament of the world's only cannabis game show, Reach for the Pot. Something that, thank you. I've developed this game for many years now, and I'm really glad to be back here. This is, again, the 6th year that we've had 32 players with 8 teams, and we won't be playing the tournament every week from now on. There's one week I won't be here at all, and other games happening. But we're going to be here right into July, every single Wednesday, playing Reach for the Pot and other things. And again, I'm really excited to get into this tournament. And yeah, it's just a whole lot of fun. Now, though some of our players here have worked in the field for a while, not everyone has played the game yet. Although I think, actually, it's just Bailey that... Have you seen the game even yet, or you're just... Okay, well, Bailey's seen it online. You can watch old game shows on our YouTube videos. There's all sorts of things there. But, okay, so I'll explain the rules, though. But it's pretty simple. Each team has 10 chances to get points. 8 of them are trivia questions, where I'll ask the question, and when a player claps their hands, that's essentially hitting the buzzer. As soon as they've clapped their hands, I'm going to go and they're going to give me an answer. They can't talk to their teammates anymore, or they can't think about it. They clap their hands, they got to give me an answer. If they get it incorrect, then the other team gets a chance for 20 points. If they don't get it, then I give out some hints, and each team gets a second chance for 10 points. And if nobody gets it on their second guess, then we do multiple choice. It's worth 5. I'll explain multiple choice when we get to it. It's really quite simple, though. Everything else, I make it up as we go. But it's all good. It's pretty simple. So the first question that we ask every week is either about Hempology 101 or what we call our sister club, the Cannabis Buyers Club of Canada. For over 14 years, I've been selling cannabis products, now with a pretty large crew, actually, but we're up to 3,100 sick people that we're helping here in Victoria with our club, something we're quite proud of. It's quite the little group. Thanks, gang. But it's not been without its trials and tribulations. If you grab our newspaper, and feel free at any time to come up and grab Hempology's newspaper. It used to be a newsletter, but we've grown up now. When we're really quite proud of it, it's going to be expanding far beyond Victoria. This newspaper is already being sent to Scotland, Ontario, Alberta. It'll be distributed in stores at this point, Alberta and BC mostly. But it's getting out there, and we plan on expanding into more markets and growing, and there's a real niche here, and the industry is exploding, and there's a lot of opportunities for us that we'll be able to get into through the newspaper. And part of what this is going to benefit us in is the trials that we and others end up going through as these laws get changed. And the Cannabis Digest here feature article is actually on the last raid that the Cannabis Buyers Club suffered. It was actually in our bakery and not the store itself. So we have written a story here, and we have been through 4 raids in our store, and they've been a few years now, but I was also arrested for sharing pot cookies at a International Medical Marijuana Day event. Every November 15th, we've given out pot cookies downtown Victoria. Just the one year the cops came for them, but I got convicted of passing out THC in the cookies, so I'm a cookie convict. I've spent a day in jail for it. And I was also convicted of passing joints out at the university. It's trafficking to pass a joint around, unfortunately. And so we've been through, I think for that one I got a $500 fine for passing out joints. So anyway, we've had, like I say, those 6 trials, 4 at the store and 2 of my own. One of them was covered by legal aid. Now, tonight's question is about those trials and tribulations. As I mentioned, we're in the tournament now, so some of the folks here have hung around and been either members of the Buyers Club or Hempology for a decade or so. So some of the newer crew might not know this one so well. But I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to think, I don't have it here, that I got this number from a Times columnist article that was printed after the bakery got raided. This article has been up on the wall of the Cannabis Buyers Club and accessible to a few of these folks for several months now. Within $1,000, how much have we approximately spent in legal fees, according to that Times columnist article I was quoted in? Again, this article stood up in the Cannabis Buyers Club where, gee, some of you are there like every day, right? Would you say you're there every day, Rob? Yeah, you know the article I'm talking about too, right? You've read it 3 or 4 times. Okay, we got a clap over here. Let's see. Well, Brad, you're the treasurer, so you might think you'd know these things. Let's see how it goes. 5,000. No, it's not 5,000. It's not 5,000. So you guys get a free guess basically for 20 points here. I'll only give you so much time. Within 1,000. What do you think? 12. I wish. Now, that is a good answer because I probably paid the actual lawyer we used to have, Bob Morse Stewart. He retired a few years ago. It was about $13,000 in legal fees to him, but I'm including all of our legal fees, which does include some transcripts and appeals. And again, this was the number that was in the Times columnist article. So in terms of how much the lawyer cost, it was about $13,000. Okay, so you were just a little bit off. But we ended up appealing a few of these decisions. In fact, the one decision I won an appeal. I was so mad at my lawyer, the Crown, and the judge that I filed the appeal myself because the club in the second trial, we actually had the charges of trafficking thrown out, and they convicted me of trafficking in cannabis resin in the food and skin products. So I filed the factum myself and wrote all the arguments. The Department of Justice, upon reading my submissions, decided they didn't even want to go to trial again and drop the whole matter because I would have changed the laws, just like we're going to do with our bakery trial, because they charged my friend Owen with trafficking THC, which is ridiculous because the reason this plant was made legal for medical purposes with the MMAR in the first place is because of the THC that occurs in the plant because it's so much better with the other cannabinoids than the synthetic THC that they make. And so making THC in the plant illegal or cannabis resin illegal, but the plant is somehow legal for medical reasons is ridiculous. And so that's why they didn't charge me with cannabis resin or Owen this time, because we'd kick their ass back to Ottawa if they tried. But they've tried this other charge of trafficking THC, which they have beat me on before, but that was not a medical case. They won't stand a chance. But let's see if you guys have a chance. 10 points. 30 grand. No, it's not 30 grand. So no more hints, no more time. You guys got to cough something up here for 10 points within 1,000. How much is the sum total of our legal bills? What's your guess? 20,000 on the button.